Hey Pearls, it's meal planning day. If you're new around here, I plan an entire month's worth of dinners all in one day, and I have it all ready for the entire month. Can you imagine having the entire month's worth of dinners planned, ready to go? You know what you're gonna have for dinner every single time your kids ask, what's for dinner? It is amazing. Not only that, but I do monthly grocery shopping, which will come in tomorrow's video. There's something unique about this month's meal plan. We are doing Whole30. It's the second time we've done it. I'm gonna show you guys an entire month's worth of meal plan dinners that are Whole30 approved. Also, I'm gonna share with you guys our breakfast and lunch meal plans that are all Whole30. If you need some meal ideas for your family that are healthy and affordable, you're gonna wanna stick around. If you're new around here, I share these meal plans pretty much on a monthly basis, so I will leave a link in the description box to the playlist that has tons, I mean we're talking like hundreds of affordable and delicious, mostly healthy meal ideas for you guys, so make sure you're checking all of the links in the description box. I don't want to spend too much time going into what Whole30 is. I'll leave a link to a book that hubby and I listened to on our way home on a road trip last summer. We did our first Whole30 last September, and I'm excited because we have a better idea of what meals our family likes, ones that don't need to be tweaked too much for the kids, and we know which ones are going to help us stay in budget. So I'm going to share all of that with you today. So if you're interested in finding out more of why our family has found Whole30 to be a really great option to kind of just like reset it. I talk about doing a no spend month. It's kind of a good way to reestablish those really good spending habits. That's why we're doing the Whole30, to kind of just reestablish healthy eating habits and get our taste buds back on track to crave those healthy foods. So that's why we're doing it this month. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link to the book down below. One more thing before we jump in the computer and I share all our meal plans with you guys is that I also have a free meal planning on a budget toolkit where I have weekly meal planning templates, monthly meal planning templates, and then also grocery shopping on a budget templates. Make sure that you download that and print that one off as well. Also, the meal plan that I'm sharing with you today is a free printable. So the link is down below. It's a PDF file. If you have it open on your computer, all of the dinner ideas are a clickable link so you can go to the recipe and figure out what you need based off what you already have in your fridge, freezer, and pantry. That's exactly what I've already done. I will also link you to a video on how we do our meal planning based off of what's already in our house before I do any planning at all. All right, let's go to the computer. Okay, let's start with our breakfast meal plan. So the way that we're doing it is I'm planning 2 meals for breakfast each week, and I'm making enough for it to feed hubby and I twice. So does that make sense? So total, we will have 4 breakfasts like ready to go, and then all the other days, like we'll just do a quick little like scrambled egg or like a fried egg or something like that, really simple. Week 1, we're doing a fried egg over a bacon potato breakfast hash brown, which is delicious, has lots of fresh veggies in it. And then we're also doing veggie and bacon omelets like this. So this morning we had broccoli and spinach omelets with some of the sausage that you'll see in my grocery haul tomorrow. Week 2, we're doing stuffed hash browns, which is like a new idea. Actually, my husband's uncle was like talking about this stuffed hash brown that he had at a restaurant the other day. And I thought we could totally do a stuffed hash brown on Whole30 minus the cheese. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stuff it with veggies and avocado and maybe some bacon or sausage, whichever one we have on hand. Then we're gonna do a breakfast casserole, which looks so delicious. So it's just like an egg casserole. You just throw lots of like, we're gonna either do chorizo, and then we're gonna add in bell peppers, onions, potatoes, tomatoes, and do like Mexican seasoning all mixed in and do a casserole that way. Doesn't that sound so good? Week 3, we're doing breakfast potato boat. So like you have a baked potato, you scoop a little bit out, and then you put in like fresh avocado and then a fried egg, or no, you just put the egg in it and then you bake it that way. It looks delicious. And then you can add meat on top of it too, either Whole30 bacon or sausage. Then zucchini hash brown toast with fried egg. And the way I do this is I just do shredded hash browns, and then I shred zucchini, mix that in with the shredded potato, and then I cook that because I'm always wanting to try to get greens in with our breakfasts, and then serving a fried egg and maybe some
breakfast meat or avocado on top of that. Then week 4, we're doing chorizo, potato, and kale frittata. So you're going to mix in some like kale, chorizo. It kind of goes back to, it's similar to the Mexican breakfast casserole. And then a paleo breakfast casserole. So that's also like chopped potato, green onion, a regular onion, and then a green veggie like broccoli or asparagus. So the way I lay out all of my meal plans is I try to like, especially when I'm doing Whole30, like I start off with like the basic flavors and then I get things a little more exciting at the end. So like I know week 4 we're going to be like, we're so tired of eating eggs and potatoes for breakfast. That's why I threw in the chorizo at the end to kind of like spice it up and give it new life at the end of our 4 weeks of Whole30 to like keep things going strong. So our lunch menu, week 1, we're doing taco salads, which is super easy. You just leave out like, I mean, you can do it any way you want. We did lettuce, red bell peppers, jalapenos, avocados, lime, and then we did ground beef on top of it. You could also choose chicken, whatever you want. We're just leaving out the cheese, and then we use salsa on top of that. And then a sesame chicken chop salad, which is really yummy. It uses like cabbage, different types of cabbages, green onions, and then almonds, and then a really good dressing that goes on top of it. So that one's delicious. Then week 2, we're doing paleo pizza potato skin. So again, with this like a hollowed out, mostly hollowed out baked potato, and then you do like the marinara sauce, and then you can do meats and veggies on top of that. And then we're also going to do just some like grilled Greek chicken with a cucumber salad as a side. And then week 3, we're doing pesto sausage over zoodles, and then an egg roll in a bowl. Oh, what I was going to tell you about the sesame chicken chop salad and then also the egg roll in a bowl. Anytime a recipe calls for like sliced green cabbage, sliced red cabbage, carrots, I just grab the coleslaw mixes at the store. It's like $1.50 for a whole bag, and I actually end up saving money this way because whenever I buy a whole head of cabbage or red cabbage, then I don't use the whole thing and end up wasting a lot of it. And then again, the last week of the month, I want to like kick it up a notch with all the flavors and spices. So we're going to do coconut curry meatballs, and we're going to have that with some carrots, red onions, cilantro, lime, and probably over some like mashed potatoes or something like that. And then we're also doing a loaded potato casserole. So that's just kind of like baked, chopped potatoes with broccoli and onion, and then some whatever protein we have left over. I have planned chicken, but if we have any other proteins left over, then I'm gonna do that too. Okay, on to my monthly meal plan. Again, don't forget to check out the video on how I do all my meal planning. We do a big giant grocery haul, which will be in tomorrow's video. So I go and buy anything and everything I can for a whole month that can live in the pantry, fridge, or freezer for the entire month. But I also list out a list of fresh groceries that I need per week. I do this all ahead of time, so that way when the week comes, all I have to do is just, okay, this is what I need. I take it to the grocery store. It takes me like 10, 15 minutes if the lines are long, and I'm done. It's such a time saver, and it saves you money because you're doing way less impulse shopping. I sent my kids outside. They're going to probably keep doing that. Okay, so week 1, we're doing baked tilapia with a side veggie. And whenever I say side veggie, I just base it off of what's on sale at the store that week. A pot roast, so that'll have potatoes and carrots and a side salad. Bell pepper nachos, so I just get the teeny little bell peppers at Costco or at Sprouts. You slice them in half and then you fill them with like meats and veggies and Mexican spices. Coconut curry chicken over potatoes. I love this recipe. It's one that we eat all the time, but normally we eat it with rice, but that's not Whole30, so we're doing it over like mashed potatoes. Then Sloppy Joe potato bowls. Actually, we had these last night and they were so good. It's a Whole30 recipe, so the sweetener in it is you use dates in the sauce that goes into the Sloppy Joe part. It was delicious, and I really wished I would have made more so we had more leftovers, but it was so good. And then a coconut potato soup, which is actually like a Whole30 version of zuppa toscana from Olive Garden. If you've ever had that, it's delicious. Another recipe that we eat on the regular. Then week 2, we're doing beef stew, which is actually a recipe we're going to take with us. We're going on a trip with the family, and I'm just going to make a huge giant pot of this and then feed it to our big giant family the night that I'm in charge of making dinner. Zucchini enchiladas. It was on my last Whole30 meal plan. I love it so much. I crave it even when we're not doing Whole30. So it's like same idea of a regular enchilada, but instead of wrapping it in a tortilla, you wrap it in zucchini. It doesn't sound that interesting, but it's delicious for some reason. Oh, also, hello. So normally I say only plan 5 meals a week, but I find that when we're doing Whole30, we eat a ton more. So I could beef up the portion size, but it's because it's easy when you're on Whole30 to feel like you're eating the same thing over and over and over again. I do 6 meals per week only when I'm doing Whole30. Normally, like my advice is to stick to 5 meals a week. That's it, and then plan to have leftovers. So anyways, that's why there's 6. Then chicken fajitas, so that'll just be chicken meat with a bunch of veggies cooked up on a sheet pan, and then with Mexican seasonings. Grilled chicken with bacon wrapped asparagus, another thing that we eat on the regular, not just when we're doing Whole30. A shrimp stir fry, so I found in my freezer a bunch of those like frozen chopped veggies. We're gonna throw that in with some shrimp and some yummy Asian seasonings. Then a Whole30 version of shepherd's pie that looked delicious. The gravy in it looked really yummy. Paleo lasagna. We've had this one before. You're gonna take a look at the recipe and you're gonna be like, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. We had this last time and we ate the entire pan. It makes enough for hubby and I to have leftovers, so we got to eat it during lunches and things like that. It was delicious. And then fish taco bowl. So I'm actually gonna do like a coleslaw mix. I do green apples sliced up in the coleslaw mix with like a really light like vinaigrette over the top of it. And then have grilled fish on top of that with one of our Whole30 like salad dressings or something. Be delicious. Then a ham and potato soup, smashed potato burger. So you just have like a baked potato, you smash it, and then you build your burger on top of that instead of a bun. You could also do it like protein style with just wrapping in lettuce, but I find that it doesn't fill me up quite as much. So sesame steak kebabs, we did this last Whole30. I made it several times before. This recipe is so flavorful and delicious and healthy. Just some nice lean steak with a bunch of veggies, so delicious. Then sage meatballs over with some green veggies, and then it has a yummy sauce on it. And then I still have a turkey in my freezer when I stocked up back in Thanksgiving time when they were on clearance or on really good sale. So we're gonna just have a turkey dinner, which is totally Whole30. I linked a recipe for cooking your turkey at home like perfectly. And then we'll have like a side of mashed potatoes and veggies and a green salad. Then red coconut curry shrimp soup, paleo chicken nachos. This nacho recipe is over some like thinly sliced potatoes. They're not fried, they're baked, but it looked really good. Then pineapple and ham sheet pan. Those flavors together are always so delicious. And then a beef taco bowl. Again, it's just really like build your own taco bowl. And then a balsamic chicken with a side veggie. So there is all of my meal plans for this week. Whole30 takes a lot more prep and a lot more like thinking ahead of the game, but I've done it all for you. So I hope you find these meal plans really helpful for you. Even if you're not doing Whole30, these recipes, like I said, are full of flavor. Our kids will eat pretty much most of it. Some things like the paleo nachos, I'm doing like a kid version for them, but our whole family eats off of this meal plan. And in tomorrow's grocery haul video, you will see exactly dollar for dollar how much every single item we need for this month's groceries is gonna cost and how I shop for an entire month all at one time. Now, don't forget, you can check out all the links down below to get your free printables and PDF files so you can click on the recipes for each of these meal plans. You can also get the free printable meal planning on a budget toolkit, which is just like a template version of this, so you can plan based off of what's in your fridge, freezer, and pantry already. It's going to save you a ton of money. And then I would also recommend, if you're interested in learning more about Whole30, checking out the book that I linked down below for you guys. If you guys have any questions, you guys know that you can put it in the comments anytime, and I will try my very best to get back to all of them as quick as possible. Thanks you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.